Welcome back. Can you believe that it's been almost 15 years? This Sunday will be 15 years since I took my shortcut on the farm and broke my neck and became a quadriplegic. So as we're approaching the 15-year mark, there's a couple of key points that I'd like to share with all of you. The first point is that I want everybody to realize that I'm not sitting in a wheelchair because I feel like I'm a stupid person, or I feel like I am somebody that is naive to safety or was naive to safety. I'm simply somebody that is sitting in a wheelchair because I put production over my family. And so as you hear this message today, remember, as you're at work listening to this message, or you might share this link with your families at home, remember why we go there. Remember that nothing should compensate the risk of not being with our family. I'm sitting here because I put a bale of hay and put my dream of farming and production over that of my family and hurt those that I love the most. And so we want to make sure that we don't do that in the workplace or at home. We also want to make sure that our posterity and our kids, when they're off by themselves, they're making good decisions that aren't just a reflection on them, but also a reflection on our families as well. So that's number one. Number two, remember when I was out there in the field by myself and feeding the elk, there was nobody else around me. I was by myself and I made a bad choice. The message for you is, just because you're by yourself doesn't mean that you're not hurting other people. By myself, hundreds of acres around me, all alone, and I took a shortcut, and because of that, I hurt several other people around me. So if you're working at a coal mine or any kind of mine, or if you're working at a power operation, or if you're working on a farm for that matter, nobody else is around you, remember that the consequence of the choices that you make can devastate and hurt the lives of everybody else, and they don't have to be with you for them to be hurt. I hurt thousands of lives. All 52 of my employees lost their jobs. And so it's important for you and I to realize that principle. And the third and final point I'd like to make today is really this. Just because you get away with something doesn't make it right. The whole reason, again, that I'm sitting here is because I put production over family, and I'd gotten away with that habit for a long time. That habit, using the tractor with low hydraulics, I'd done it many times prior to that, so it became a habit to do that, and I'd gotten away with it. Just because you get away with something doesn't make it right. So let's try and change habits, be willing to make choices for other people, and let's put family over production. If we can do those three things, I think that our organizations and our families will be much safer. Until next week, roll with safety. This is Chad Hymas, and I'm out.